Yo, 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 it's your boy, Marky Marks Terrell. A word to all of you, don't believe everything you hear. Because people lie every day. People talk to hear themselves every day. Hey, Ninja, how you doing? Hey, Marley, what's up, sweetheart? Good, good, good. Had a good, productive day today. I got a lot done. I got shit done today that I've been meaning to do for a long time. So that's good. The weather was good, and I got to do everything I needed to do. Yesterday and today, I got a lot of shit done. Yesterday, I cleaned my entire apartment, and today, I did a lot of shit and got rid of a lot of things. Went to the dump and took a whole pile of shit to the dump that I don't need, don't want, don't use, don't care. It was nice. All my clothes are washed. Everything's nice and neat. Everything's ready. All good. I like when everything works and goes the way it's supposed to be and planned the way it's supposed to be. Whatever I planned today happened, which was a miracle. And I went live earlier today and end up seeing people I haven't seen forever and got new people as well. So that was nice. I swear sometimes I don't really plan on going live sometimes, but like sometimes like today I was like, you know what? The weather looks kind of weird. It was beautiful and then it would turn like cloudy and then like looked like it was gonna rain. I was like, well, let me just hold off a bit. The next thing you know, bang. It's like what the fuck? Some crazy shit. But this past 2 days been good though. I got a lot done. I'm happy. I'm happy. Marley, I see you have donated. What you want now? Oh, this stupid thing's not loading now. What the? I swear the email thing sometimes is so annoying. Sometimes I want to like. Sometimes this computer works when it wants to, and then other times like it's like bang bang bang. And I just reloaded it and nothing. Fucking piece of shit. He said, "Is the red tape for moving gonna be resolved soon?" Okay, cool. No, I got it. Yeah, I had to look at it on my phone because my I it pops up on my computer, but it doesn't load properly. But I got it on my phone. He said, "Is the red tape for moving gonna be resolved soon?" All right, let me check. from now to the end of this month, it's still not going to be resolved. But I'm going to check May. In the month of May, I see it being more possible, but still having like difficulties and stuff. Like I know you're asking if like the red tape's going to be removed and it's going to be resolved. See, if this is not in your hands, then if you've done everything you have to do, then it's just a matter of them, like, yeah. But I see things starting to get like move forward in the month of May. But like I still see like plans not going the way it's supposed to go. It's weird because I got like it depends on certain things in order for this to happen, obviously, right? But in the month of May, it still looks sticky. Yeah. Let me check some other stuff. Hold on a sec. Like I still see like setbacks and stuff and things not really going the way it's supposed to. But like I see like the thing is when I get mixed cards like this and mixed like things, every time I ask, it gives me a 50-50 opportunity and 50-50 chance. Like I get good and bad, and then bad and good, and then I get okay, and then I get maybe, and then I get like it just yeah, it's taken forever, but the reason why is because there's like it's a matter of like people getting off their ass and making it happen. Like I don't think it's you, obviously. I think it's just like you said, it's the permits and stuff like that. But let me just check something. Let me ask differently about something. It's not giving me a concrete answer. Yeah. Yeah. So I would say like by June, you should be like moved into like your new place. I keep getting number 6. So and I got the lover's card twice. So I asked like just a simple yes and no. So it's saying from now until like June, the possibility is more June than anything. And like a man is dealing with the situation. So that like a man that's there's a man that's dealing with the paperwork and the permits and whatever, and this guy like he's responsible and he's professional and he's considerate. It's just that there's probably people before you and like things like that and blah blah blah, and then like finally in June you'll be able to like completely move in to your new place. Yeah, there's a guy. He's a good person. and he's trying to get all this shit dealt with. Yeah. Yeah. So what I'm getting here, right, is all the permits and stuff like that will all be approved next month. So from now until next month, it's all gonna get approved and everything's gonna be fine. But I see you actually being in your new place in June. Like it's possible for me, but I think that after everything gets like passed and all the permits are done, there's still like a time period where you're gonna be like, okay, now that everything's approved, now I can go, and then that won't happen until like June, which is right around the corner anyway. Fuck. The other day I just said April Fool's Day, and here we are, April 21st. Well, here it's 21st. Yeah, it's already next day. So this guy's working on everything. There's a man, this guy Kevin. He's working to make this all happen, but it's out of his control. Like he can only do so much. But I see like everything next month, everything should be approved. All the permits, all the things, like all the paperwork. And then June, you say, okay, yeah, bang, it's all done. But it could be sooner. I don't think it's going to be later than that. But it could be sooner depending on who gets off their ass. That's why I kept getting a half and half energy. And when I get that, that's when I pull one card to give me like the answer and fuck the rest of the cards. So that's what I ended up doing there in the end. So it says it's getting there. It's just a matter of time. You're welcome, Marty. No problem. Thank you too. I appreciate it. Hey Dan, what's up? So yeah, that guy is a good person, and he'll get it all done for you. It's just a matter of time, really. But time frames, as I always tell people, I'm good at predicting them. But well, spirit is good at predicting them for me and for you. But at the end of the day, we can only predict the stupidity of it and the weight of it. But people can change like from the next day to the next. They can be like, you know what, let's get this person out of our way now. And then all of a sudden, poof, the energy changes and you end up getting it sooner. And sometimes you end up getting it later, you know. It just doesn't, you can never really like, you know, get all of it at once. Hey Black Widow, how you doing? Oh, nice, Dan. Marley, I'll give you an oracle message as well. I don't know why they make things so small. I can't even read the damn thing. All right. Okay. All right. This is your oracle message, Marley. It's the wolf, and it says authenticity. Authenticity. You know, I say it in different ways. All right, this says discover who you really are by revealing your authenticity. This is always the best way. We all resonate a frequency. So if you are pretending to be someone you're not, then you are sure that you will be attracting people within when you do not resonate. We were just talking about that. Is it necessary to negotiate a position with others sometimes? And there should be no anxiety about differences of opinion. Yeah. We were just saying how, these things were happening. Like, you can't even be your authentic self without people like getting in your shit. Um, this also says wolves are powerful animals, although wolves are also very social. Um, Wolves are larger than you think. We often, it just tells you about the wolves. I'm just reading this thing. They are social and expressive animals. Blah blah blah. Yeah, this just says about wolves. Yeah, this just tells me about the animal. I already told you what the card means, but they just say more things. This deck is pretty like too much like details and shit. It's called Divine Animals Oracle. It's got like 3 pages of every damn card. Oh yeah, here we go. It says, "Call upon the wolves when you wish to be all you want to be, and fullness in your authenticity. Authenticity. I mean, oh my God, why do I keep saying it? While you go, while you are not alone, being confident to live your life and be on your own terms, very much so, and feel the energy of these wolves. The wolf's energy is it's highly protective, and you can call upon this in your workings where you may feel fearful or wish to be protective. Ugh, oh my God. Yeah, this deck. I haven't used this in a long time, and now I know why. There's like a shitload of things to read, and I'm not reading all of it. But I just picked like a couple of things that I see here that, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like, it's got like little armadillo, and it's got like all these different like type of animals, a sea turtle, and all sorts of shit. Yeah, I just wanted to give you a card from that deck. You welcome. Yeah, that's a cool deck. It just got too much shit to read. Black Widow, yes, I got your donation. You can ask a question when you're ready, sweetheart. Thanks. Oh, nice. The tomatoes are getting are sprouting. They're starting. They're reshooting. I need to plant some. I want to plant some. You're making me want to plant some vegetables and shit. I have a lot of like. There's like a lot of land next door to me, like that I can do it on. It's like not ours, but like it's like a thing. Oh, that sucks. From the freeze? What do you mean? Like where you are, it's cold? Shit. Here it's like I got my fucking AC on, man. It's crazy. Like here it's so humid, and today it was like kind of warm. It was like 72 or 73 here today. Oh hell no. 35 at night. Shit, no wonder. That's crazy. Yeah, here at night it's still kind of like nasty. It's very humid here today, like these past few days. Like, and see, I live up high, and then when I go upstairs, the humidity is all up there. Down here, it's nice and cool. As soon as I walk up the steps, I feel the humidity. And that's why I put my AC on. Like about a half an hour ago, I put my AC on. I can't sleep like that. That would drive me nuts. That shit would drive me nuts. Yeah, here we don't have that cold type of weather, thank God. You know, I can't stand the humidity. It's so annoying. So freaking annoying. Black Widow, you can go ahead and ask your question when you're ready. I don't know if you heard me or not. You know, do Walmart Depot for the voice bedroom for AC. Okay, cool. Yeah, I got new ACs 2022. Yeah. So 2 years ago, yeah. This July will make 2 years I got a brand new AC. So my AC is brand new. It's nice. I just cleaned all the filters. Like 2 weeks ago, I cleaned all the filters in the whole house. I did all the bedrooms next door. Now I got to do the living room and the kitchen area. My one I done in the boys' bedroom, my sister's bedroom. I cleaned all of this, get them all ready for summertime because we're already putting on our AC because it's ridiculous. Like the humidity, it's not because it's hot. It's just the humidity is just nasty. That's the downfall of living here. Is the humidity is ridiculous sometimes, especially ever since I've been living here. Like I find that obviously hot air rises, humidity is in the air, so it's like it'll be like 70 degrees and like 86 humidity. So it's like, what the hell? But it was nice and warm today. It was nice. The sun felt good. It wasn't hot where like I was sweating bullets or something. I'm not looking forward to that. Once it reaches like 80, that's when I'm going to be like, fuck. So annoying. But here it's like, it's just the humidity at night. It's annoying. So like I didn't have my AC on all day. And then just now when I went upstairs, I was like, holy shit. It's so freaking like humid up here. So life of living in paradise. So where did you go? Where did you take the wife for dinner, Dan? Where did you guys go? Anywhere decent? I had uh I had fish. I had fish and fries and some chicken wings too. Oh, Chinese food, yummy. I love that. I love my noodles. When I eat Chinese food, I usually eat like noodles and like vegetables all in the noodles and stuff, and sometimes shrimp and or chicken or whatever they have. Shrimp fried rice. I like egg rolls and all that stuff. I love Chinese food. I can eat that every day. It's so good. This time since September, I didn't have a sweatshirt and I have 30 days. Shit, that's crazy. Really Wonka. Yeah, that's crazy. I can't believe how cold it is still in certain places. That's nuts. It's still not, it's spring, but it's still not. I can't remember who it was. Somebody was in here the other day, and they live in Canada, and they told me that in May last year it was snowing. And I was like, what? I was like, I think I remember that on the news. But even in May, they got snow like about 2 or 3 days. I'm like, hell no. Oh yeah, that's for sure. I believe that. Here it doesn't get over 90. Here it Summertime is always like between 85 and 88. Those are the temperatures. Sometimes it'll go 89, but it doesn't reach 90. But the problem here, like I said, is the humidity. It'll be 89 degrees and 81 humidity or 90% humidity, where it's like, what the hell is going on? So it's like, it's a real pain in the ass here. It doesn't get high in temperature, but it gets high in humidity as well. Yeah, see, like that's crazy. I know Minnesota gets cold there like heck. So I have a friend that comes in here from Minnesota. She always says how cold it is. I'm like, fuck that. But yeah, here it's like it hasn't been cold for a long time. I think the beginning of this month it was like it went down to like 57 at night, and that was like that's cold for us. But that was the last time I wore like I think I wore a hoodie the beginning of last week or last week sometime. What's today? Saturday. I think I wore a hoodie one night. It was kind of cool. It was like 60 degrees. But that's about it. And then now this week I got my AC on because it's too humid. It's so friggin' annoying. But hey, that's how it is. It's still like, that time of year where the weather's unpredictable. But I don't really rush for summertime. I don't like summertime like that. I hate it. I love summertime for one thing. I can go in the pool, I can go swimming, I can go fishing, and I can like have nice time. Like at nighttime, it's nice and cool. It's cooler at night, and it's nice. Especially when there's a breeze, and we can just lay in the pool and relax. That's what I love about summertime here. But during the day when it's hot as hell, I stay away. Oh yeah, hell yeah. Look at boobs and buns. Nothing better than that in summertime. We lived in Fargo years ago, North Dakota. It's flat as heck, man. Oh hell no. Yeah, here we got like the past year for the last year and beginning of this year, we got a lot of high winds. I like a lot. It was windy like every other day. But this week has probably been the best week of the whole year so far. Where it only rained yesterday. It rained yesterday for a bit. It rained like hard downpours during the night. I heard it. Even when I was live yesterday, it was pouring. But it was all wet this morning outside too, because it must have rained again overnight. But today, this morning, it was like it looked like it was gonna rain, but it didn't. But we're supposed to get like shitty weather on Monday and Tuesday this week. So, but today and tomorrow is supposed to be still good. Today was a nice day outside. It was good. It was warm, but it was nice. I got a lot accomplished, which was good. It was actually bearable to work in and do everything I needed to do. My parents, they had a satellite dish, a 6 foot, like, the hard plastic Channel Master satellite dishes. My parents still had one at the house, and I disconnected it like 2 months ago, and then I bought them a Fire Stick. And I told them that we're gonna get them internet, and my sister pays for the internet. I pay for the Fire Stick every month for them. And I told them, fuck this satellite. It's just a piece of shit. It doesn't pick up the signal as much as it used to. I'm gonna get rid of it. So today I went down there and I took it apart and I cut it in 4 pieces and took it to the dump. I got rid of it once and for all. So no more satellite ever again. It felt so good to throw that thing in the trash. And I'm like, fuck this thing. I'm so sick and tired of it. Yeah, so so annoying, man. So now I have to like take the pole out. I have like a 6 foot pole that was holding it up. So I have to go there. Like I'm gonna probably go there next week when I get a chance and just cut the pole off. I have to get like a blade for my saw that cuts through because I it's a metal it's a cast iron like pole and it has concrete. I filled it with concrete. So I have to jackhammer it out. I'm gonna cut it as low as I can, and then I'm gonna jackhammer the rest out. And I have 2 poles at my mom and dad's, one on one side, one on the other. Because we had to move the satellite after a couple years to get the signal better and all this bullshit I went through just to watch sports. So my parents had the satellite working. I had it working right up until like February, and then I disconnected it and got on the Fire Stick instead. So they're happy. They love it. It's better than the satellite. So yeah, when I took the satellite to the dump, the guy was like, "Oh man, you're like the third person this week that threw one of these things away. I guess they're no good." I said, "Well, it still works. It's just that we had so much rain this past year and a half. The signal got lost all the time. The signal's not as strong as it used to be." And I've always had satellites and shit like that because I'm a sports guy, so I needed to watch all those games. But now it's so easy to get the games now. All you gotta do is have a Fire Stick, and that's it. You get everything. Oh yeah, mom's happy. She gets to watch her Portuguese channels and soap operas, and my dad gets to watch Portuguese football in his own home. He doesn't have to drive here all the time. Because I used to get worried about him because the games are in the evening time, like our time, because they're 4 hours ahead of us. So like he would leave here like during the winter time, he would leave here at like 6 and it'd already be like dark. So he's 80 years old. So I was like, yeah, it's time for me to like I'd say, look, I don't mind you coming here, but I'd rather you not because you're gonna get something might happen to you. You're driving at night, you're not too swift. Driving during the day is a task anyway. So I told my sister, we just get internet installed at their house and get the Fire Stick and fuck the satellite. So today I finally took it to the dump and it felt good to get rid of it. Yeah, so my dad went 80 last year and his driving skills have never been that great. He always hits shit or something. So I'm like, look, I said, don't get offended, by me doing this. This is not my way of saying don't come over to my apartment. This is my way of saying you got to be safe at home. Like the less driving you do, it's better for you. You're at the age now where, and he was like, oh no, I'm not offended. It's okay. I'd rather watch it at home anyway because he doesn't like coming to my apartment because my bathroom's upstairs. So he has to hold on to the railings and walk up 20 steps and come back down. So he doesn't like that. And sometimes he has to go pee like twice. So yeah, his biggest problem is backing up into the garage. Like when he comes into the driveway, he has to back up into the driveway and back up into the garage. And he hit the garage with the old car twice. The new car he hasn't hit it yet, thank God. I hope he doesn't. Because the car is a lot smaller than his old car. His old car was bigger, and now this car we got him, it's smaller, so he can handle it. So yeah, he's a pain in the ass, man. Even like 20 years ago when he was 60, he used to hit the car. He used to hit like you know how they have those yellow poles at parking bays, like so you don't go past the bay. Like he used to hit that pole. He hit the garage wall like a few times. He parks the car crooked everywhere he goes. Like even back then, he couldn't drive properly. He's one of those guys who was always nervous when he drives. Yeah, like I don't understand how he's been driving all these years and he still fucks up. Like, Black Widow, I got your donation. I'm waiting for you to ask your question. I don't know if you're here or not. But yeah, you be fine, Dan. As long as you know how to drive. Look, there's a lot of I saw a lot of old people. There's a lot of old people here that drive these little small cars, right? They're like 1600s or whatever, and they're all small little cars, like two-door cars and shit. And my dad's got a Chevy, a small Chevy car, and we got him a small car because he can't handle the big one no more. And he doesn't look in his mirrors. He goes like this, and he turns back. He's like, "Okay, yeah, okay, cool." And I'm like, "Why don't you use your mirrors?" "Oh, I can't see properly." I'm like, "What the fuck you mean you can't see? That shit's so easy. Like, what are you talking about? Put on your fucking glasses." And he's so stubborn. It's unreal. Like he just never listens, man. Like me, I have to use my mirrors. I never turn my neck back. Never. I have three mirrors: my rear view, my left, and my right. What's the problem? And then he said to me, "Yeah, you'll see. If you reach my age, you're gonna see what it's like." I'm like, "Dad, there's like a million people that are 80 years old and drive their cars." I said, "Look at my uncle Manu. He's 86. He just stopped driving last year, and he has a fucking SUV. Like, what is your problem, yo? Come on, man." Like, but he just. My mom stopped driving like 10 years ago because she has vertigo and she gets too nervous. I don't know. To me, like I have to have transportation. I have to have like I'm very independent. I don't want like people to take me places or to do shit for me. You know, like I like to drive myself. I like to be in control of the vehicle because I know people ain't like me when they drive. It sucks getting old, and I know like my dad is 80 and my mom's 77. I mean, my mom's 78. I mean, yeah, my mom just went 78 in January. So, they don't, my dad still drives, thank God. But my dad, he's like, he doesn't, he just like doesn't try hard enough. He's like one of those people that like gave up on life. Like, he's like, yeah, whatever. Like, it's almost like he's just waiting to die. Like, it aggravates the shit out of me. He still does stuff around the house. Like today, he had like a little mini rake, and he was just raking up some leaves. The other day, he had one of those um tree trim branch trimmers. Like I got it for him. It's like a little small little clipper thing, and he clips like the trees and the hedges and stuff with it. Like he clips off the dead branches or whatever, or the leaves, and then he just fucks around. He'll do a little bit of work and then go sit down. And while I was doing the satellite, he fell asleep on the chair. He was going like this. And then when I made noise, he'd be like, "Oh yeah, he's still here." And he told me, he goes, "How the hell are you gonna take this satellite off by yourself?" And I said, "Watch and learn." Oh yeah, my mom was inside cooking while he was outside because my mom can't stand when he. My mom always says, "Okay, okay, I heard you. I know what I'm gonna do. Relax." He's such. My dad is a royal pain in the ass. Like he has to have everything his way or no way, and I bring him to reality. I'm like, it ain't happening. Like it's hard telling him no, but I tell him no a lot of times because he's like, he's not losing it, but like he's always been that way. He always been like the person like that has to see shit done, or else he's gonna keep asking and asking and asking until you do it. He'll aggravate you to no end. So I've learned to like like zone him out, like, and just say, I'm not fucking listening to you. I don't give a shit. Like he was telling me, oh well, what about this and that? I'm like, I'll get to it when I get to it. The fuck you want me to do? I have my own life. I told you already. And I said, if you want it done right away, go pay somebody. And then he keeps quiet. That's it. That's what I tell him now. And he leaves me alone for about a week. Right. But see, my dad, he doesn't have no shame. I'll tell him off and he'll speak to me right after that. He don't care. Like he doesn't take things personally. Mind you, I don't talk to him, in a bad way. Sometimes I do. Like I don't say fuck to him or nothing like that. I don't swear to him. I respect him like that. He's my dad at the end of the day. But I never say, you fucking idiot or fuck off. Or, I don't say those things to him like that. Nor would I ever. Even though he can't beat me. He's just sometimes I want to say to him, "What the fuck is your problem? Shut the fuck up and go inside and leave me the fuck alone." That's what I want to say to him a lot of times. But I just bear with it and just like I just like say whatever. Just like today, I got there and he's like, "Oh, what are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm gonna take the satellite down and throw it away." I finally have a chance to do it. I did what I had to do yesterday, and I can come here and do this. I want to get this out of the way. And he says, "Oh, how the hell are you going to take it off by yourself?" I said, "Well, I have you. You can hold the satellite while I take the bolts out." And he goes, "Ha ha ha." And I was like, so he goes, "Well, are you going to get help?" I said, "Just watch me do it and you'll see what you made." I said, "The best thing you ever created and made in your life was me." And then he just goes, "Ha ha ha." Then my mom's like looking out the window and she's just shaking her head saying like, "You're an idiot." Yeah. Yeah, I mean, my dad's a good father. He worked 3 jobs. He bust his ass for his children. He put all 4 of us in a private Catholic school, not by choice. I didn't want to go, but he sent us all there because he wanted us to get good education. Because people label, private schools as, you're getting better education, but I don't believe in that anyway. I just believe everybody has their own path and you can learn whatever you want. You could be smart in a government school or a public school and still make it. I know tons of people that have. Hey, Hermana, how you doing? But my dad's a good father. He took care of us. He did what he had to do. He put my sisters through college. My oldest sister's a school teacher. My youngest sister, obviously, she was a business owner like myself, and my brother, he's just a lost cause. Um, But like my dad did everything for us. He spent time with us on the weekends. He did everything for us. We didn't go without. Like we never went without. We always got provided by him and my mom. So like, and now I provide for him. I do everything for him now. And he's kind of like, he feels worthless and he feels like defeated and he just can't accept that we're helping him and we're going to pay for shit. Like, he doesn't like that. He went from the provider to being provided for. And he still can't fathom, how life has changed for him, you know? So he's like annoying, you know? Exactly. Yeah. You know how it goes. But my dad, he's a royal pain in the ass. He's a Libra and he's a pain in the ass and he's always been a pain in my ass. Him and I have always gone at it. Um, I love my dad. He's a good person and he never like, he never says, "Oh, I love you. I'm proud of you. You're a good son and I'm proud that you have your own business. I'm proud that you did this job and I'm proud, you're so good at what you do." He never says anything like that. He's never been a positive person in my life. He's a negative person. Just like when I got at the house today. Soon as I got there, I got out of my car and I went to get my tools and I walked towards the satellite dish to take it off and get rid of it. And the first thing he says is, he won't say, "Oh, great, I'm glad you're taking it, and getting rid of it." First thing he says is, "How are you going to take that off by yourself?" That's my dog snoring in the background, by the way. Hey, hey, calm down. So I told him, I said, "Well, you're going to watch and learn how to do it by yourself." I said, "God gave me a brain. You just made me. So at least you got some credit, right?" So I got up. See, the satellite has 4 bolts, right? And it's on a bracket. So if I take all 4 bolts off and I push it, it's going to fall over, right? And then that's it. It's only going to fall like 2 feet. That's how much it's off the ground. Like maybe 2 to 3 feet off the ground, if that. So it's not going to fall and like tumble over because I move the bracket towards the hedge, and the hedge is like 8 feet tall. So when I pushed that, I already had it all planned out. So he watched me and he must have been like, "What the fuck is this idiot doing?" He's probably calling me names in his mind. So when I got up on the ladder and I took the last bolts out, he was looking at me like as if to say, "What is he gonna do?" So I pushed it off and it went boom and it went right up against the hedge. And he looked at me and he started laughing. And my mom laughed and I said, "What you laughing at? I thought you said I need somebody to take it off." And then he started laughing. I said, "You see this? That's what that's for. One day you'll have one." So I said, "The best thing you ever made in your life was me." I said, "Out of your 4 children, your third try made your best son and your best child. You put your all into me that night." And he just fucking laughs, right? My mom shakes her head and like, "You fucking ass." So anyway, I got the satellite and it's a 6 foot dish and I spun it over to the other side of the house and then I cut it with a saw in 4 pieces. I put it in my van and I said, "See you guys later. I'm gonna take it to the dump before it closes." And he must have shook his head and said, "That fucker." He gets me every time, and I put my he puts his own foot in his own mouth every single time, and I love it too because I prove him wrong every time, and he never gives up. He never he never just says, "Let me shut up and see how he's gonna do it." He's just like the most negative person ever. And then my mom, she just shakes her head and is like, "Well, Mark proved us wrong again. Damn it. Oh well, whatever." Because I told them to take it off. It's not a problem. It's to put it on. It's the problem. You need somebody to hold it up so you can put the bolts in. But I'm not putting it up. It's already up. I just take it down. So, life of having ignorant parents, but it's all good. It's all done now. It's another thing that's out of the yard, and it's another thing that I accomplished on my own, and it's all done and over with, and I don't have to pay for it or worry about it anymore. But that's the world that I live in. My parents are always, they know how good I am at what I do, and they still question everything I do. And it's so fucking annoying. Sometimes I just want to be like, I don't want to do anything for you anymore because you guys are so annoying. And then if I say that to them, they're like, oh, you're so bad. We're just saying, like, how are you going to do this? And I'm like, but you do it every time. You should know better. You should know better than to question me because I have a plan. I'm going to do it. So why did you just shut the fuck up and let me do it? Just don't say anything negative at all. When you saw me come there, you just should have said, okay, cool, you're going to take the satellite down? Cool, let's watch. Fucking hell, man. It's like, I just accept it now that they're just never going to be positive, um, you know, trustworthy parents in their son, Mark. I have to keep proving myself every day or keep like proving them wrong, which I get a kick out of. Well, my both my sisters got married early, and my brother, and I left when I was 19 when I went into the army. When I went into the army when I was 19, I left home at 19 too because my dad wouldn't allow me to live there and stay out past midnight. He gave me such a hard time even at 19 years old, even when I was in the army. Some nights I would come home like 11 o'clock at night from the army and he won't say nothing because he knows the army is the army. But if I was DJing in a club and I came home at 2 o'clock in the morning, he would lock the door and say that I wasn't allowed to come inside. I can sleep in the garage in the car, which I did many a times. But he was so stubborn and so ignorant that he had to have that control freak like power all the time. And it aggravated the shit out of me. So I said, you know what? Legally I can get the fuck out of here. I have my job. I was a car mechanic at the time making good money. I was a DJ making money. And I was making money at the army as well. They paid us like every 3 months. So I had three incomes. So I was like, fuck you and your house and everything. I'm going to go live on my own. I'm going to go get an apartment and fuck you. And that's exactly what I did. And I told him right to his face that I don't need him. I don't need your negativity. I don't need you telling me what to do at 19 years old. It's bad enough that I have to go to army and have these clowns telling me what to do. And I have a boss already. I don't need no, you're a fucking idiot. You drove all your kids out of your house because you wanted to control us all like a fucking moron. So, That's how my dad was. I mean, he's a good person, and he did a lot for us, but he was too much of a control freak. You know, I know he wanted the best for us, and he didn't want nothing to happen to us. But how are we gonna live life if you don't let us? And who cares if we come home 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning? We're 19 years old. Like, get over it, bro. Like, oh, because you couldn't do that shit or you didn't do it doesn't mean we can't. And I kept telling him, look, being a DJ, I can't come home at 12 o'clock. That's when the fucking party starts. The club closes at 3. So I'm not coming home no fucking 12 o'clock. I'm not going to tell the owner, oh, yeah, I can't DJ past 12 because my parents got to be coming home at 19 at fucking 12 o'clock. Man, fuck yourself. And guess what? Nothing happened to me. He made all that noise for nothing. And when I left, I told him, now you can sleep in peace. And he didn't say anything. And I said, you won't get a phone call from the police. You won't get a phone call from the hospital because I believe God's got my back. And see, that's your problem. You go to church every Sunday, but you're the most negative person I know. I don't understand it. If you believe in God all the time, why the fuck you so negative? I tell my dad and my mom that all the time. You go to church every week and you believe in God, you say you do, but you don't act like him. But you don't want to be like him. You don't believe in him. So if you believed in him, then why are you always paranoid? Why are you always worried? You don't make no sense. So you're going against your faith. You perceive a fraud. And they get mad at me when I tell them that because it's true. So yeah. The story of my life, dealing with my parents that are a pain in the ass. Was the best decision I ever made was leaving that house. My DJ career got better and better. I ended up becoming the best in Bermuda. I ended up winning competitions. I ended up traveling as a DJ. I was in the army for 3 years. It made me a better man, a better person. I'll admit it, even though I hated the army. And then I kept going higher and higher and getting better and better jobs. And that's how I'm on my own today. Not because of my dad and mom. Not because of them cheerleading me on, because they were always negative. Oh, don't do that. Don't do this. Oh my God. And during COVID, they were even more paranoid. They were like, oh, you better get a vaccine. You're going to die. Everybody in our family has a vaccine. You're the only one who don't have it. And I'm like, I ain't going to get it either. You shove that shit up your ass. I'm not getting that shit. You're an idiot for getting it. So I was always like the black sheep and the go against everything. And now they don't say nothing because they know I was right again. I keep telling them, if you listen to me, you'll be all right. And then during COVID, they knew I wasn't working because I couldn't go to people's houses. So they don't know I do this stuff. So they were wondering, like, how the fuck this guy making it if he's not working? But little do they know, God gave me a lot of talents. I just gotta complete them and do them. God gives you everything, you just gotta use it. That's why He gave us all free will to do what we want. But nobody listens, and nobody cares, and nobody gives a fuck. So, oh well, not my problem. I try telling everybody, but they don't listen. But my parents are never gonna change, and your parents probably ain't gonna change either. And I'm sure I'm talking to you guys, and you're probably saying, "Yep, my parents are the same way." Because our old school parents, they never change. Never. And today proved it again. what can I say? Sometimes you just gotta go with the flow and just say fuck it. Just say whatever. I'm not gonna pay it no attention and just do what I have to do. That's exactly what I did. I said, Mark, just shut the fuck up. Take the satellite off. Take the satellite off, Mark. Don't listen to your dad. He's gonna ask you stupid fucking questions. And just leave him alone. Don't entertain him. Just say yeah, or I can't hear you. Or just like start talking about football or start talking about something else and just shut the fuck up, Mark. Don't entertain him. Don't listen to him. You know he's gonna say stupid shit. I just keep telling myself this the whole time I'm around him. Just leave him alone. Fuck that shit. I agree, Marley, and I do love my parents because if I didn't, I wouldn't do shit for them. But the way they've treated me over these years, I'm surprised I even do talk to them. And my sister told me that. My sister told my parents to their face, the amount of shit you've done to Mark and how you downgrade him and how you look at him and how you treat him. I'm surprised Mark even cares about you guys. And they were like, oh well, when we just worry too much and we this and they're always making excuses. And and that my sister was like, Mark works hard as fuck, My house wouldn't look the way it does if Mark didn't do it. Your house wouldn't be this way if Mark didn't do it. And I'm doing it for free. And you're still fucking complaining and finding more shit for me to do. Like, what the fuck is your problem? And then when I do shit, you question me. So it's like, it gets to a point where you just want to say, you know what? Fuck you. Goodbye. You go pay for somebody to come around here and fuck your shit up, and then you can leave me alone. Not only am I doing it for free, I'm doing it properly and I'm doing it the right way. And I'm spending my time and my money to fix your shit. So why don't you just shut the fuck up and let me do it and stop questioning me and stop aggravating me? Instead, you want to do the opposite. You want to aggravate me, you want to question me, you want to doubt me. After all these years. You see, just what it is, it's ignorance and it's stupidity and it's just like that old stubborn mentality of negativity. And it's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. Oh, definitely, Dan. I agree. But see, I was brought up in an era where the older generation taught me how to do things properly. That's why I do things properly. I have a conscience when I do things. Like if you're paying me, I'm gonna make sure I give you my 100% every single time. But if you aggravate me, I'm gonna make you look like a clown. And then when I prove you wrong, I'm gonna rub it in your face so you don't ever do it again. Because I take that shit personally, like, I'm a smart guy and I do shit properly and I don't fuck nobody over and I do my job and I do it properly 100%. So if you're gonna sit there and criticize me or question me or critique me, then I'm gonna fuck you off and leave. It's that simple. That's how I've always been my whole life. So if I'm your friend and I like you and you like me, then we're gonna be okay. You start to question me and you start to doubt me and you start to like tell me what to do and shit, we're gonna have a problem. Cause I don't need nobody to tell me what to do. I know what I'm doing. You know? And that's just who I am, and you ain't gonna change me. Because I'm gonna do everything properly. I'm gonna do it to the best of my ability. And that's it. Fuck off and leave me alone. That's it. And my parents should know better by now. They should have been knowing better. And it's every single time they question everything I do. And it's like, what is wrong with you? Like I honestly don't know what's wrong with them. They disappoint me many times with their fear, their worry, their ways, their stubbornness. It just doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. But hey, I just live with it, deal with it, and a lot of people have drilled in my brain that you're lucky to have your parents, and then I tell them, well, yeah, I'm not lucky to have them. I'm glad they're alive. I'm glad they're alive and they're not sick, and I'm not watching them suffer. And they shouldn't, because they're good parents. They're good people. They don't do anything bad to nobody. Um, their communication skills could be a lot better, but it isn't. Their emotions are definitely not satisfactory. Um, like they're not the type of parents to be like, "Oh, love you too," express, hug, kiss. No, they're not like that. They're not like that. But they're like that with their grandchildren. You know. I tell my nephews I love them all the time, more than their parents probably tell them that. I always tell my nephews I love them. I always give them a hug. I always like tell them I love them. I give them a hug. I give them shit. I buy shit for them. I show them love. I'm never like, negative towards them. I'm always like encouraging them to do shit and be the best version of themselves. I'll teach them how to do things. I'll be like, look, I'm not doing this shit for you no more. I'm going to teach you how to do it today. Today, you're going to learn how to do this, because then you're not going to do this no more. I'm not your fucking babysitter. Yeah. You're old enough now. You're 14 and 16. You're like, this is how you do this. Bang. So I teach them shit. So I don't have to do it no more. There's certain things I have to do because they don't have the skill or the mindset to do it yet. But they can honestly say that they learned from me. And that's what I do. I teach them everything. You know? Yeah. The 14-year-old, my sister's 14-year-old, him and the 16-year-old are like night and day. The 16-year-old is just like his father. He's negative. He's a Scorpio too. And his dad's a Capricorn. Right? And they have the same mentality. It's so annoying. Right? And he does the bare minimum. He doesn't want to learn. He doesn't give a fuck. He's on his phone all day. He got his first job this year, right? He doesn't know how to fold clothes properly. He doesn't know how to wash clothes. He doesn't even know how to cut open a piece of bread without fucking it up. He doesn't know how to do a lot of things. We have to keep telling him, showing him, teaching him, and then he's like, fuck it, I don't care. I don't want to do it. You do it for me. The youngest one, right? He's a Virgo, and he's like just like my side of the family. He's like me and my sister. He wants to learn. He knows how to wash clothes. He knows how to fold clothes. He knows how to put them in the dryer. He knows what to set it to, what buttons to press. He knows how to cut open a fucking bun and put something in it and eat it. He knows how to turn the oven on and make a pizza. He does everything. He's my favorite. Because I don't have to tell him twice. He knows what he's doing. But the other one, oh my God. He reminds me of his father's like people. They're just lazy, stupid, and they want to tell you like stupid shit and say stupid shit, and then they don't do anything. So it makes you want to fucking strangle them. But hey, it's life. Everybody's different. Everybody has family things and stuff. You take after somebody. Like I told my dad, you're the tree and I'm the apple, and I fell off that tree and rolled down a cliff. We're nothing alike. The only thing we have in common is we work hard. That's it. And that's it. That's all me and my dad have in common. We work hard. That's it. We look alike, but that's about it. If he had half the talent I had, he'd be all right. He wouldn't need me. Hey, Holly, how you doing? Okay. You can ask your question when you're ready, Holly. Thanks. I'm still waiting for Black Widow. If you're here, you can ask your question. I'm still waiting for you to ask. I know you donated, but I still haven't got your question yet. You good? Good. No, no, no. Don't do that. Asked me if I wanted to cancel. No, I said no, no, no. This thing is so annoying. I don't know what's wrong with my email today, but it's like, no, Mark, you're not going to look at the email. You're not going to see who donated. And if they ask the question, no, we're just going to be a pain in the ass today. Piece of shit. All right. Holly said, what is up with my boyfriend? Is he going to take my advice and work on our relationship? I'm getting irritated by him. All right, Holly, what you can do is take a screenshot of me right now and, like, say, look, I found a new boyfriend in Bermuda. If you don't get your shit right, I'm going to Bermuda to be with my new boyfriend, Mark. Okay? So if you don't work on our relationship and you keep irritating me, I'm going to Bermuda. Maybe that'll help. Okay? I give all the women permission to take a screenshot of me and, like, Photoshop it and shit, or you can just put on your screensaver. Yeah, and then you have to give me your chastity belt key. So that way, you can't give your coochie to anybody else. Okay? I already have like 20 keys already. I had to put like a tag on them with your name so I remember whose is who. It's like a skeleton key. I've had Marley's for like a couple months now. I've had Iltis for a couple of years now. I just like put some oil on them, make sure you do the maintenance kit thing. That's it. All right, let me stop talking shit. Let me check. Yeah, sure. You can be number one. So I'll put you at the top of the list. Sure. Anything for you, Holly? Okay. I still, I feel like he's going to work on the relationship on his terms and his way. He definitely like wants to be with you. He looks at you as very sympathetic and understanding, friendly, loving, caring. He looks at you as the Queen of Wands, which is a woman that expresses herself, expresses her love, is very sincere. Like you really care about him and you really want him to change and to be, better at everything. And what I get good cards here, everything's good. What I get with him though, he's the hermit, and he's like a person who is like, being very discreet. He's cautious. He lives in denial. He withdraws here and there. One day he might be, you know, great, and the next day is like, who the hell are you? Right? So he might have that energy. Um, he might desert you every now and then. He might be like, yeah, not today, maybe tomorrow, or I'm not feeling about it right now, that type of shit. Um, I just feel like he's more absorbed in his own world, like it's all about him. He might be feeling like, it's all about when I'm ready, when I want to do things, and when I feel like giving you the time of day. And if he is like that, then he's going to remain that way. Um, but he does want to like make things better. I just feel like he's kind of thoughtless and he just doesn't want to do things your way. I feel like he'll take your advice and take it into consideration, but I still feel he's going to like do whenever what he wants to do when he wants to do it. So I feel like he's gonna work on it, but it might be a very slow working progress, you know? Yeah, he's gonna take your advice. Yes, he's gonna work on your relationship, but he's still gonna do it the way he wants to. Like he might give you a little bit here and there, a little bit more, but you know. Well, if he, that's the thing. He knows that, and it's been 8 months. So, it's really up to you whether or not you want to, deal with him or not. So, but I do feel like he really does care about you and he really, wants you in his life. It's just that he wants to probably be, I don't get him being like a control freak, but like he's like one of those type of people like, okay, we're together, relax, we'll get, things will get better when I feel like it, you know? Okay. Well, I don't get nothing bad, Holly. I don't see like a breakup or I don't see like you getting rid of him and I don't see him like wanting to get rid of you or anything like that. What I see is a slow moving guy. So I tell a lot of women all the time, sometimes you got to take your man, hold his hand and say, "Come here, babe, let's do this." Or we're going to do this today. This is the schedule. Today we're going to do this and tomorrow we're going to do that. Because a lot of guys can't do that. A lot of guys can't tell a woman, look, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, let's do this, let's do that, let's compromise. We're going to go here, we're going to go there, we're going to fuck today, and we're going to do this tomorrow. You know. Well, the thing is, you got to, our love relationship consists of two people making it happen. So if you, right, but I'm saying sometimes if you do like take control of the relationship in a good way, it'll probably be like make him feel more comfortable. But if you've been with him for 8 months, like you said, like come on dude, like what the fuck, let's go, let's make this shit happen. Like you know me by now, you know me already, so let's make it happen. Yeah, and I agree with you, I wouldn't baby or grow a man child either, but in the cards here, there's nothing bad. It's just he lives in denial, I feel. And he feels like he has to do things on his way, his terms, and you know, Holly, you want too fucking much, so whatever, I see that he's going to put effort into it though. I don't see you letting him go or anything like that. So it looks like he will get put in the effort. Yeah, I see him putting in the effort. In the next 30 days, he's gonna put in more effort. Like he kind of feels like worried and unhappy sometimes, and he's insecure, and he feels like he wants to have more romantic time with you and more romance and stuff, and he wants to feel like that stuff. But I got two of cups here, like so that means that your relationship's gonna stay together for another 30 days. I know it's aggravating, but you know I would say like now that you've communicated and you've told him, hey, look, my advice is you better do this, I don't know what's wrong with these guys, but if I had a woman, I'd be in her bedroom every goddamn day if she wanted me to. Well, see, now you got to go in the living room and spice up the Saturday night. Come on, Holly, you got to do your part. You know, put on those yoga pants and give him something to his imagination to wander off in. You know, I agree. I'm sure you are faithful. I get that you're the Queen of Wands, and that's a faithful, decent woman. So, Holly, I it's not easy. Oh, his son's in there too. Oh, so how the heck you supposed to work on your relationship if his son's there? Oh man, you gotta put on some fucking cartoons for him to watch while you get a little something time. Put on some fucking Tom and Jerry or something. I don't know how old he is, but put on some fucking Tom and Jerry or some fucking cartoons and shit. Put on a movie for him to watch. Put on that Spider Man shit and then look, get your ass cracking inside here. Me and your daddy's gonna be over here. Get that your ass out of here. You know? That's what I be doing. Freddie Flintstone, I think that's a little bit maybe too out of their league if they're that young. But I'll watch Freddie Flintstone with you, Hermana. I would. Yabba dabba do. Well, good, Holly. I'm glad I cheered you up. It's not the end of the world. Some guys are like that. Yeah, Dan, I agree with that. I agree with the dudes come from families like that. But see, I always have a counteraction to a statement like that. If you come from a family like that, you should know better not to be like that. You should become your own person. It's like me. My parents never said, "Oh, I love you every fucking day," and was all positive and shit. But I say to my nephews every day and to you guys, I love you guys every day, and I'm here and I'm compassionate and loving and caring, not like my parents are. And I'm not negative, that's for sure. You know. Well, we'll see, Holly. If you're not, just ask yourself this: if you're happy, then you're on the right path. If you're not happy, then it's not meant to be. And dealing with a man that has a child, it's even more difficult because that child will always be first before you. So there's no sense in competing or even trying to get him to give you more time than his own child. So that can also be a factor as well. You know? Yeah, the sugar bears. There you go. But that could be it too, Holly. I may be wrong, but that could be it as well. That's something that you have to, you know. Right, exactly. Yeah, I love kids too, but I would be with somebody that has children because their children would love me. I know they would. Because I know how to deal with children. Even the older ones I can handle. I can talk shit and have fun with them. If I love the person, I don't really care if they have kids or they have a stupid baby daddy. I'll slap the shit out of him anyway, so it don't matter. And if he's bigger than me, then I'll just, you know, say, look, bro, you don't want no parts of me, you. Okay, Holly. Thanks for coming by. I'm glad I got to cheer you up and you got to laugh. It's not all that bad though. I don't get nothing bad in the cards. He might just need some time. Been there, done that. Oh boy. Sometimes like you gotta deal with that shit sometimes. It's sometimes, like I say to myself, I don't even want to date somebody with kids because then I'm gotta deal with their kids, and then I don't want to like them to neglect their kids for me, and I don't want their kids to hate me because I took their mom from them, and things like that. I don't want that shit to happen. That's always like a super task to get involved with somebody with children. Even if the children are older, it don't matter. Like they can still get involved. But you have to realize that in a situation like that, you always have to understand and you come second to their children, which is only right. But some people can't handle that. See, some people can't handle that shit. They can't be second place. You better love me and love me more than your fucking children. I'm more important. People like that, I'll be like, yeah, hmm, you must be in the wrong place at the wrong time. You ain't talking to me. Fuck you. You better believe it. Better believe that, Dan. I think a lot of ever since COVID, a lot of relationships are being tested because the world's never been through something like that. And being home on lockdown, you get to see who the people really are. You're fed up because you can't do shit, things like that. And then you're like saying to yourself, what the fuck am I doing here? Like, why am I even in this life? You know? So a lot of people can't handle that shit, man. And a lot of people, like my ex brother in law and my ex sister in law, they had two boys and they couldn't handle those children. They couldn't handle like being around them all the time. They wasn't free like they were before. See, when people are free and they live in their life without kids, they're like, yeah, I got the best life in the world. And then when they get kids and they have to deal with them for years and years and years, they either do one or two things. They take care of them their whole life or they abandon them. And that's the fucking sad part of it all. Yeah, there you go, Dan. You know, we had something like that, but COVID had people on lockdown, so you had to be with your wife and kids. You had to be with your man and your kids. There was no escape, and people can't really handle that shit. They can't handle all day, every day, and then when they do, like say if the husband's not there and he's working all the time, and you're like a live-in mom, right? Just listen to this example. Say you're the man and you're out there busting your ass, you're working, right? You're the breadwinner, and your wife is home with the kids, and they're like 2 and 4, so they're not even in nursery school yet, or not even in like school yet, right? So she's a live-in mom, she's a home mom, taking care of the kids while you're working. Now COVID hits, and y'all gotta come home and be with them 24/7 for 2 weeks straight, and it ain't a vacation. You're on lockdown, so you can't really go nowhere. So think about that life changing experience. And then when you're that guy watching your wife, and the wife says, look, now that you're home, I need a break. You take care of the kids. And then when you start taking care of those kids and you're not used to it for hours and hours and hours, you say to yourself, what the fuck am I getting myself into? I'm not used to this shit. Babe, come deal with the kids. They fucking diapers stinking like shit. You better fucking no, you're gonna change it. No, fuck, I can't do that shit. I got a phone call. And then you start to see who you really married and who you're really with. And I think I honestly I could be wrong, right? But I think that that's why a lot of people now from then till now are like divorced, broke up, or had problems because you finally saw who the fuck you married and who you're dealing with. That's my opinion on why we have so much divorce lately and so much bad things in relationships, and why people don't want to be in a relationship and rather be single. Because COVID made you realize who the fuck you married and who you're with and who you're involved with and who you had children with. That's my opinion. Exactly. You have to communicate. And that's a problem for a lot of people. Because right after COVID, that's when a lot of things, a lot of bad shit happened in relationships, unfortunately. But you know what? It's the way it is. That's how life is. It's sad. Yeah, there you go. You want to say get the fuck up? Yep. That's exactly what we have. Well, I'm waiting for Black Widow, but I guess something happened. I have no idea. But Black Widow, if you're here, you can ask your question. I'm still waiting for you. You said I sent my donation in for a question for you, and I haven't got it yet, and I haven't seen you since. So you're gonna have to email me at markymarksterror@gmail.com if you want me to answer for you tomorrow when I get up, or just come in my live tomorrow when I come on here and I'll answer you. But I've waited as much as I can. All right. It's almost 2 o'clock in the morning. I need to go get my ass to bed. I've had a great day, and yesterday and today were very productive. I'm really happy that my back didn't give out and get worse. I've been pacing myself, and that's good. Yesterday, I cleaned my whole apartment, washed all my fucking clothes. I did so much shit yesterday. It was so nice. I got everything nice and clean. Everything smells good. Everything feels good. And then today, went to my parents' house, got rid of the satellite dish, got rid of trash. Then I went out here and did some yard work and fixed up some things around here that I needed to do. I came live twice. It's been a good last 48 hours. A lot of good energy, a lot of good people, a lot of things. So it's been good. Tomorrow, I'll be on here in the evening time at some point. I'll be on here in the evening. I'm not coming on here during the day, but I'll be here tomorrow night, hopefully. All right, good seeing you, Dan, Marley, Yoda, Hamana. Love you guys. And I'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy your Saturday night and your Sunday tomorrow. Make sure you pray. God's listening. Acknowledge spirit. It's a good thing. And tomorrow's another day. And let's hope we have a good day tomorrow. I wish you all a good day tomorrow, including myself. I know I'm going to do absolutely fuck all tomorrow. I'm going to eat, sleep, and shit. That's what I'm going to do. Just to let you know. And come online eventually. I'm going to lay on my couch and I'm going to watch sports all day. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to my mom and dad's house for lunch and I'm making pork chops on the barbecue. And I'll think about you guys. You know. All right. See you guys tomorrow. Love you all. Take care. Good night.